Alright, welcome back everyone to Standard on Arena with me, Autumn, aka Rainy the Witch. Today we are playing some more mice. We had such a great time, had such a mice time with this deck yesterday. And I adore the main deck here. The sideboard we're still figuring out, but this main deck has been phenomenal for us. All because of this card. The Elemental Cat Sunspine Lynx. Incredible late game reach against decks like Pixie, Domain, even against Gruul in the Pseudo Mirror, you hit them for quite a bit. Card is very, very impressive. It's a 4-of in Mono Red and Pioneer, which means we should probably just be playing it main deck and Standard as well. Of course, to make room for Lynx, we're not playing Monastery Swiftspear, but that card was always a bit mediocre, I think. I think that card's very living in 2014, living in the past a bit. Let's get these new powerful cards in instead. For those not familiar, Mono Red, carving out, dealing damage. We got the mice package where Hero and Challenger trigger off of Manifold Mouse, Monstrous Rage, and Rockface Village. Of course, one of the upsides of playing Mono Reds instead of Gruul is we get 4 Rockfaces in the main deck instead of just 2. And this card is really messed up with our mice and also with our lizards as well. The deck's been sick for me so far. Let's keep winning. I mean, this is fine. We got the Rockface for our Heartfires. Could be a lot worse. No removal, of course, but... Oh, we are playing a mirror match. Alright, we're gonna fail the Muppet test here, but I really want to go Challenger, I think. Because we can start hasting out Heartfire Heroes next turn, and that sounds pretty nice. Yeah, pretty much fruits. Forge is just a little bit washed up at the moment. Also, like, Tarby's seeing a lot of play, which is pretty good against Forge too. Alright. Is Forge good against Pixie? That's not been my experience. They can kind of race it sometimes, and they can also reset it with Tarby. It gets hit by Dreams of Steel and Oil, so it's just as vulnerable as your other threats to that card. They can even, like, in the mid-game, like, bounce it and then Dreams it. I don't know. Mono Red players aren't watching my video if they're keeping one-landers. So true. So true. I'm never sure if I meant to keep in the claws or I meant to try out this case plus Brotherhood End thing. I was experimenting with it yesterday. I don't know if it's just too slow in the mirror though. If people just kind of die before that stuff is relevant. I guess we're keeping in the claws. Yeah, you can also bounce it and like mirror it. I think a lot of Mono Red players tend to like sandbag a land or two to play around that, but even then you can still sometimes get it. Alright, we have the removal to stop their fast start if they have a nice 2-drop. They were Gruul all along. Wow. Gruul kept a 1-lander, huh? Wild stuff. First lining, I guess. Oh, really? You lost to Forge? Maybe Forge is better than it used to be because it lines up pretty well against stock up, but I don't know. Maybe it is. Obviously, we want to push damage. I kind of want to like just pass with removal open though. I feel like if I play Challenger, it's just gonna die. It's so nice with the Rockface later, and this way we can just kill what they play. If they have a Nemesis, we get to like kind of 1-for-1 with it, because we don't have a creature in play for them to kill with the trigger. Alright, they're gonna haste Heartfire instead, but we have Torch at the ready. It's quite reasonable for us. So now we find ourselves in the same spot as last turn. This time do I want to cast it? I mean, next turn I can start making Soulstones, so maybe. It is possible this is just bad though. Yeah, we might be failing the Muppet Fury test. Yep, there's the Nemesis. Well, we look very foolish now. Although I do get to start rock facing. That's a solid one to find. I really want to have the Soulstone in play next time, but it doesn't sound super likely. They did miss a land drop, which is good for us. That's less good. God, if I just held open the Lightning Strike, one of these Nemesis would be dead. Like 2 turns ago. Instead of playing Challenger. Instead, we are just getting completely bodied by these Nemesis. Classic Screaming Nemesis, just not being beatable. Phew. Might just have to block with a Soulstone and hope they don't have Rage. Yeah, this is the actual best deck in Standard. What we're playing right now. Pair of True Name Nemesis. Indeed, indeed. Also a Monstrous Rage. The world's best Searing Blaze you've ever seen. Yeah. The good news is, even if I held up Lightning Strike earlier in the game, we would have still have died horribly. Is that good news? We just don't know. Anyway. Against Gruul, I think Sunspine Lynx might be better than Claw. This might be crazy. I think I kind of like it in theory. I want to try it. Yesterday we dealt 6 damage to a Gruul player. I don't know. It seems kind of nice to me in theory. Well, we have to mold this. Ship it. Yeah, maybe. Look for actual like early plays other than a torch. We do get to kill their early play. We have like really good utility lands. 6+6, we're almost there. Is it bad that I think on the draw I would honestly almost consider this. I worry that I'm giving up my benefit of being on the play by keeping this. This is probably slightly better. You have the one. I worry this is a waste of a burst lightning when we only have the one removal spell. Alright, I'm just gonna run out of Manifold rather than expose my Challenger. Will we ever see mono red control in Standard? It seems improbable. Yeah, the first hand was fascinating. I definitely agree with that. Oh my god, I shouldn't have played my land. I could have played Challenger and dug for it. Oh my god, that's so bad. I don't know why I just instinctively played it. That's one of those streamer things where you're juggling a million tasks. You just kind of take your game action. Oh, that's so bad. Now I don't get to play this value land. Yeah, Monstrous Rage would have been the actual reward. I'm very used to Pixie right now, it's true. Hey Jen, good to see ya. Well, they didn't kill my challenger, so that's nice. They are attacking, apparently. I wonder if they're doing the only splashing for questing druid thing. We've only actually seen one green land. If they are, that definitely makes us boarding it, keeping in the lynxes like way less good. Way more suspect. Annoyingly, Blit bolting this still kills my challenger because this is not lightning strike. I wish I'd not missed that land 2 turns ago. It would be really, really nice at the moment to know that we had our 5th land rolled up. Yeah, the Nemesis attack was brave. It was a little brave. Maybe their hand is just very good at murdering me from here. Interesting. Okay. I'm not worried about them having Monstrous Rage. Oh, that's a nice card. I kind of want to trigger target challenger, see if we find a thing we can play, and if we don't, play defensive Nemesis. It's a very nice card. Nemesis is so dumb. It's a little silly. It's certainly a little silly. Do they have the rage? Not clear they'd even use it if they did, even if they did have it here, but okay. They take 6, and then they have to somehow beat our Nemesis that is threatening to deal lethal to them. Okay. I mean, I assume I'm just blocking their Nemesis with my Nemesis, right? Active player, non-active player. Oh, so my trigger goes on the stack first, which means theirs resolves first. Is that how it works? So I guess I could still, like, hypothetically die here. Oh, theirs is on the stack first. Oh, it resolves AppNap. Okay, cool. In which case, this is just amazing for us. Oh, they're frenzying. And then they're raging. Do they have a second rage? This isn't lethal, though. Nice. We actually won, somehow. Oh, boy. You did like it. Yeah, that was a sweet line from the opponent. That was a very sweet line. I don't know if this is actually a keep. It's possible I meant to mull, but like obviously if we're in a red mirror we want to keep. But if we're against like or if we're against like domainy stuff, it's pretty bad. Congrats on beating my worst matchup. Thank you. Alright, the Nemesis is nice. Second Nemesis is also nice. Let the attacking for free begin. Wow, rude. Sunspine Lynx hits for more later. But also, it dies to a less of a wide band of removal. And it uses my mana better. I kind of like just casting it. It's so large. And maybe this is bad, but I think I kind of like casting it. Okay, they have to go for the throat. This means they're not go for the throating on Nemesis. Oh, do I want a Soulstone instead? It does use my mana better. Oh, but if they play a Gearhulk, I really want to have played Nemesis. So that they can't take it, and I can also potentially turn off their life gain if I want. Plan, sure. Jace. A bold play. Am I killing the Jace? Or am I just going face? Goes to 8. Goes to 5. Normally I really like killing the Jace. I kind of just want to hit them instead, I think. So... that's interesting. It lets me empty my hand versus Gearhulk if I want. You cast this, shock Nemesis, turn off life gain, hit you for 5. And then we beat Deadly Cover Up. We almost beat Gearhulk. Yeah, if they play Gearhulk, they do get a nice blocker out of the deal, but they also don't have the lifelink anymore. There are a number of things that can beat the Gearhulk from that point. Here's the Gearhulk. I guess the worry is they could be digging to set up the kill. Oh, another Nemesis, huh? Interesting. That's like absurd, right? Because they just can't block it. Nice. Blue-black. Blue-black mill. It's so awkward that like all these removal spells that can theoretically hit Gearhulk, they can also just Gearhulk away. I think Lynx is probably pretty bad against them. Probably a card I want to remove. Do I want cases? Do I want frenzies for like preachery stuff and for Gearhulky stuff? I do worry that the case is just like nightmarishly hard to solve in this matchup. A mill deck runs 16 non-basics. That's fair. They do have a number of basics as well, but I guess it turns off like Gearhulk lifelink sometimes. Maybe the Lynx is better than some of the burn. Could be the case. Yeah, you think the Lynx seems good? Maybe it is. Maybe it's better than some of these burn spells. I worry that these removal spells we have in for Gearhulk are just too like niche. And that we're just going to end up drawing bad cards too often. Yeah, Bolt seems bad. I mean, the opponent could also have like Preachers in their sideboard, but certainly the Frenzies I'm not like excited about. Oh, they don't fire Rocklaw. Okay. Maybe I'm just meant to attack first. Maybe playing this pre-combat means they're just always casting a removal spell here. Whereas if I attack first, I get in for like potentially 1 or 2 before they cast the removal spell. This might be really bad sequencing from me. I think this is actually just like really bad sequencing. I just give my opponent permission to cast their Nowhere to Run pre-combat instead of like making them think about it. I think it's fine now. I think it's like genuinely pretty heinous. I'm just like giving my opponent info when they definitely, you know, they kept to 7. They're passing with 2 mana open on turn 2. They haven't cast a cut down. They almost certainly have a 2 mana removal spell. Yeah, I think I would have just attacked and then like cast a post combat claw. Is probably what I was meant to do. Even if it sounds a bit weird. I worry about the Challenger just dying. I do have this Monstrous Rage. I kind of feel like I have to cast something here. Is the problem? Yeah, beats Nowhere to Run number 2, indeed. It beats Cut Down if they've drawn that. I don't think I'm allowed to go for this Rage as much as I kind of want to. Like, Rage also like fishes for land, I guess. Okay, we get to go. Oh, I could save the Rage and just burst light. Oh no, I can save both my creatures, right? Oh no, this is insane. Common Monstrous Rage W. Nice sweeper opponent. Monstrous Rage remains unbeatable. I have been putting lots of amazing Esper Pixie content. Esper Pixie, of course, one of the TL1 decks in the standard format. Very, very good deck. I have a deck list and sideboard guide up there. A couple different variations on that, and I'm going to be uploading a new version probably over the weekend, a new update to the guide. I'm trying to keep the guide up to date, keep it fresh. I also have a guide to opening turn heuristics with Esper Pixie up there, and a guide to how to keep and mull with the deck. So lots of good Pixie content up on the Patreon. Interesting. This is pretty phenomenal for me. Kill that Challenger very happily. Ooh, a second Challenger. Okay, this is curious. I could pass with Strike open to kill Nemesis if they have one. Or I could just run out my first Challenger on the basis that I have a second one for later. I worry that if I pass with 2 mana open and they stock up or suspend a Slick Shot, it is so heinous for me. So I think I'm going to develop a Challenger. The fact I have a second one in hand makes this feel a bit less bad. Into a potential burn spell. And then if they're burning this, I get to play Nemesis next turn and be on the front foot. Right, they have their own Challenger. Sure, pretty rude, I suppose. I could go kill this, play high core. I could also just get my Nemesis beating in. Which does use my mana most efficiently. I worry that this leads to us being like really on the back foot if they Manifold Mouse me. Maybe it's fine. I also worry that now they can rage to save their challenger if they have one. And they're playing some talents. They only have a burst lightning that they can recur though, so that's kind of okay. Maybe this Nemesis attack is too aggressive. Might be. I guess it probably is. I guess I probably need to chill for a moment whilst I stabilize this board. A little bit. Because I could very easily die to like a bunch of different cards if I don't hold mana open. And hold my Nemesis back. That's a slick shot. I really need not to have Monstrous Rage. Like, pretty badly. Which I believe is the card they almost certainly have. You know, that's fun. So if they rage the slick shot, I just kill it. If they rage the challenger, things get funky. I guess then I probably just strike the challenger. And it's fine. I kind of want to block challenger with higher claw to incentivize them to rage her. The trample. Because then I can just strike it. Oh, it's a lightning strike instead. Okay. That means my Nemesis kills their show off. So I think that's fine. Yes, I should probably have ran the numbers on how much damage I was taking, but yeah, this seems fine. Kill the show off. Are they dead somehow? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Not quite. I think I am just going to do this rage now, though, to look for my land drop. And push some, like, serious damage, turn this corner a bit. Attack with Nemesis or not. So I attack for 8 baseline, put them to 7. If I attack with Nemesis and they hit untap land, they can go recur, burst lightning, and they don't kill me. This not attacking with Nemesis does mean stock up probably kills me. I think I just want to attack with these two. Seems somewhat likely they die next turn regardless. And I think holding Nemesis back means I die to like less things. If I don't draw a stock up, I'm done. I mean, it's not clear that's true. I might just kill them before the stock up takes over the game. Oh, also loses to Lightning Strike. True. Good point. Good point. Oh, it also loses to Bolt Wave, which is a card they play as well. Many reasons. Anyway, they're dead. Despite these two Sunspine Lynxes that are chilling in my hand. Bring in some more torches. Bring in the Bolt. Take out the Lynxes. Take out the Frenzy. And just ship it. You could maybe convince me that the like higher claws are pretty fake in this matchup. They're pretty bad against the 1/1 prowesses, right? On both offense and defense, kinda. Like a fine hand. They make a 1/1. I think I'm just gonna torch it. I have another removal spell in hand anyway. If they rage to save it, that gets a rage out of their hand. Removing their creature means that we're on like the front foot on board. I could cast the Manifold Mouse. I feel like it's so likely to die. I kind of just want to hold open torch instead. And then kick this on turn 4. Oh my god, that card's good. Okay. Strong, strong. That definitely punishes me for not having a Manifold Mouse in play, but it would probably still have died regardless, so it's fine. Also maximum punished by drawing the second Manifold, so we wish we'd cashed in the first one and actually used our mana. Oh my god, such a worst timeline. Oh, they're sacking the Storm Chasers, okay. Be nice. And you go to 14. And they get to be ahead on board here. And they cast the second Storm Chasers. The third Storm Chasers, I'm sorry. I stand corrected. Sure, I gotta get through these removal spells somehow. Okay, good card, good card. They may have Rage in hand. Mayhaps. Target this. Let's see what happens. Oh, they're just letting them hit. Interesting. I guess they don't want to like get blown out by Rage here. I don't think I'm allowed to go for my Rage. But I guess this all just happens. They're going after the 1/1 because they can't fight over Rage. It's so weird. I can technically like sack this to answer Nemesis. But then the Nemesis gets to kill my Manifold. And I think I really need this Manifold Mouse. Alright, yes, I'm going for this. Unfortunately, they can recur a burn spell to kill this Manifold Mouse. I have another one I can haste out next turn. I believe I need to hold open a torch to kill an otter. Most likely. So like, or to kill the Spire if they activate it. Many, many options exist. They have Rage here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It does not kill me. Cool. I'm a little bit worried that if they just hold back Defensive Nemesis, it becomes like very hard for me to win. Maybe I needed to save Torch. Oh, yeah, this was... Maybe I needed to save Torch, hopes that they main phase their Torch, and then bargain the roll to kill Nemesis. Yeah, I agree, Rylax. I agree completely with you. Anyway, luckily my deck saved me, so, you know, that's nice. Just do this. Haste, play a challenger. Or I can kick this. Which is better against a removal spell? I guess if they have a removal spell, it's better to kick the Manifold Mouse. And then have the other one in play to, like, double strike the challenger next turn. Is that a thing? Maybe if they have a removal spell, it's better for me to just play... Alright, they just have nothing. Amazing. Yeah, this way we get to keep the efficient haster in play versus removal spell. Which felt nice. And can like even fish with Rockface next turn if we need to. Alright, 3-0 with the best deck in Standard. One more win to get to whatever's above Platinum. I don't know how this works. Diamond. You love winning. Same. You feel attacked. I'm so sorry, Daniel. I'm so sorry, but the words are just deeply true and accurate. Interesting. You've been losing with green black as well. See, if someone hates mono black, that means they're a green black. Sorry, if someone hates mono red, that means they're a green black enjoyer. Just how it be. Nowhere to run. The damage is done. Okay. Let's see how well they can answer a 5/4. Probably quite easily, but hey. I don't know that mono red really gets much from the new set. It's also really hard for a new card to be good enough to go in mono red though, because mono red's like already so pushed, right? Alright, you take 4. It's like my Sunspine Lynx had haste. And -1 -0. So if I go to strike this, they Tabi it. Maybe I meant to attack, wait for them to cast nowhere, and then strike. I'm a little bit worried that if I attack and then they don't cast this and they just let their 2/3 die, that then I guess then I just kick Manifold Mouse and it's like fine. Yeah, I guess attacking is just fine, right? It's very hard for this to go bad for me in a way that I actually care about. Like, now they can know where to run, but they still lost their Fear of Isolation. So they spent 4 mana to trade with my Lynx, which is just, like, entirely acceptable in my mind. Yeah, the Manifold Double Strike does seem really nice with the Soulstones, doesn't it? Whoa, that's such a beating. Alright, suddenly this game is much closer than it seemed a moment ago. Yeah. Oh my god. This game is much closer now. Well done. Oh, maybe I meant to do this in their end step. They just get to kill this now, use their mana now. Yeah, I meant to activate in their end step. This is really, really bad. I meant to activate in end step and tie up their mana. Force them to waste some mana. They have town ain't big enough. Or they have fear of isolation. That's pretty good, I suppose. These no second get out. Is the Dimir deck good? The Dimir deck is just worse Esper Pixie. So it's like pretty good. You know, being worse, the slightly worse version of a tier 1 deck, you can do a lot worse than that, right? But I do think Esper Pixie is just better than Dimir. Town's pretty strong. Town trades cleanly with the Manifold Mouse, basically. Oh my god. Best Thundertrap trainer I have ever seen. Not a high accomplishment, but geez, it's pretty nice here. We are suddenly in danger. Yeah, finding a creature's nice. Certainly. I guess even with them using all their removal spells, we still get to keep something. And we can kill this Kaito with our strikes. Although they do get to bounce Fear with Kaito, which is pretty messed up. I guess the actual scary thing is if they aim to bounce Thundertrap Trainer, then we like kind of lose. Okay, they are bouncing. No, they're not bouncing Fear. Okay. They're just saying go. Cracking the Nightmare. I see. Yes, I'm kicking this Manifold Mouse. Yeah, we've been drawing pretty well. It's true. I wonder if I'm ever just meant to kill the Sphere of Isolation, because otherwise they get to bounce it with Kaito. I kind of just want to kill both. Start swinging. This might be bad, but I kind of like it. It means they don't have anything to bounce with Kaito, which means they don't get to draw a card either by dealing combat damage. If we draw a land, which is like pretty likely at this point, we get to attack Kaito with the Sanctuary. If they don't stun the hero, it's threatening to be Manifold Mouse. Yeah, I'm pretty forced to block Trainer if I don't kill it. Yeah, that's kind of my thinking. Oh no, Fear off the top is so sick. It means they have something really nice to bounce with Kaito now, again. Like, it basically turns Kaito into Flame Tongue Kabu. Pretty problematic. I think I'm forced to mouse. Oh, it's like impressive how well they're grinding through this, honestly. They've round through 3 Manifold Mice in different ways. And they're still just wildly ahead on cards. I mean, the red matchups the Reds always struggled against these bounce decks, right? like kind of the only argument to play against playing mono red is these bounce decks see so much play. Yeah, the cases are going to be nice, that's true. God, I just feel like I'm dead now. They know where this and they have Phyrexian Arena in play. Right, so you got to bring in cases. You have to bring in barrages. I guess Obolt answers Preacher. The burst lightnings seem pretty horrendous. The Nemesis are pretty bad. Maybe we need frenzies for Preachers and Shellys. God, as bad as Nemesis is into nowhere to run, I kind of feel like we just need frets in our deck. Maybe I could trim a couple. At least they might have Oil Deep Go too, jeez. I worry that if I have too many like reactive cards and removal spells, that makes case a lot worse, because it means we can't necessarily empty our hand smoothly. I'm certainly keeping this. So normally I would be completely opposed to playing out this Challenger on turn 2, except I have Case in hand. So I kind of just want to cast my spells, right? I guess is my thinking. I just want to get my hand empty for Case. Alright. Guess I'm discarding Rage. Because I don't have a target for it at the moment. But maybe that's bad. Maybe the card's too good to discard, but... So I could go Challenger, Strike. I could just get my Lynx down. I guess Challenger double barrage also kind of plays. We keep the board empty when we're building towards leveling up this case. Stock up. Wow, they're taking so much damage. I guess they just want to secure their land drop for next turn. They don't feel like they can use their mana inefficiently at the moment when they're stuck on mana like this. Kind of makes sense, I guess. Meanwhile, we're just going to start casting 5/4s. That hurt us more than they hurt the opponent, but you know, details, details. I guess there's maybe an argument for just targeting Challenger with Rockface there instead, but developing a creature seems real punishing for them. Forces them to have double removal spell. Oh, wait. This is like weirdly easy to answer, right? You just bounce it in response to the solved trigger. Your opponent gets to like draw a couple extra cards then, but you still get to permanently make it be discarded, right? Huh. Cats will continue until morale improves. So true. Right, get in there, team. Shoot the sheriff. My poor kitty cat. Wow, that's a pretty good Malicious Eclipse. Please no get out. They don't have it. They're in strike for lethal range. Very nice. All right, deal. Accept these terms. Now Spell Pierce is no longer good enough. Game free. Bit land heavy, but fine enough, I suppose. Oh, dreams. Okay. Disrupts my curve a little bit. Find another 2-drop. They're on double swamp opening. I guess because they might go triple 1-mana black stuff. Interesting. I do want to kick this Manifold Mouse later. But also I feel like saying go is like pretty wild. Maybe playing a single Manifold Mouse is fine. Yeah, saying go seems heinous. I think I agree. Oh, they don't even have the second cut down anyway. Nice, nice. Multiple Manifold Mouses on Manifold Mice. Correct. Get in that Heartfire. Okay, pretty good. Oh my god, they don't have the land though. Oh. I think I like this the most. We get to use Rage to protect Challenger from nowhere to run later, potentially. I could also just cash in the Rage. Maybe I was meant to. Hit them with a big hero. And then the hero sacking to Breaker is like kind of amazing for us, but this thread deck is sick. Do I think anyone else is trying it? They might be, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I target the Challenger, though, I get to fish. I think I prefer doing. Maybe I don't even need to do that, though. Maybe I just Rockface. I think I'm gonna fish. And then I'm probably gonna end up Rockfacing hero, depending on what we hit. Okay. Guess playing this out is pretty reasonable. And they have a breaker in hand. I'm a little bit spooked about the possibility of like untap land malicious eclipse removal if I play Claw. It feels really hard for my opponent to actually have that combination of cards though. Gix's command, yeah. Gix's command is real. Then these ping them. I guess I'm just gonna say go. Hold the claw. This claw is hired, not fired. We'll sack this hero. And you go to 3. Appears my opponent is dead. Pretty convenient. A 4-0. The red deck does in fact win. You love to see it. So our 2 streams of mono red, we are 10-2, and the 2 losses were mirror matches. Alright, sure. Pretty nice 6 that we have here. Oh, they domain. So relieve them mulliganed. They are, in fact, domain. Not the best hand against domain, but it could be worse. Oh, they don't appear to have a 2-mana spell. That's pretty phenomenal for me. No Elspeth Smite. Yeah, you can probably make a deck that's massively favored against mono red. Can't say I would personally advise it. This is the theory behind playing Golgari. Unfortunately, Golgari's like 30% against mono red, so they think they're favored. They sure do. They sure do. Oh, I'm a little bit scared of Zer. Do we have them dead? We can double strike. 3, 4, 5, 6. Put them to 1. I guess putting them to 1's pretty nice. And then even if they Zer me, I probably have lethal on board, I have to imagine. Oh, Grease Wrench or Kellen? Is Grease Wrench the 2-2? Sorry, the 2-1, the goblin that's loots. I don't think the lizard's that bad. Everyone hates the lizard. It's like pretty mid, I guess. Maybe it's pretty mid. Yeah, I think both are worse than Claw. But definitely something to consider. Yeah, I guess the proliferation of 1/1s makes 2/1s like the worst they've ever been, right? That kind of checks out. Storm Chaser's talent being like one of the 5 best cards in the format makes 2/1s a little bit sad. One of the best 5 cards might be a very generous statement. But you know. How do we board in this matchup? I'm genuinely kind of clueless about this. Like, theoretically, these cards are all pretty disappointing, but Case does not sound like it. I guess, like, is there ever a world where you actually get to Barrage? That sounds very improbable. I guess they have bases. They don't even play that many bases nowadays, though. Kind of hate all these options. Maybe the answer is we just barely sideboard and enjoy our matchup. Enjoy having our Lynx as main deck against them. Yeah, why not? Analyze on turn 2. New land destruction dragon for 4. I know not of this card of which you speak. I could not possibly say. I don't want to swing, play Manifold. Not expose my challenger to a lockdown. So lightning could kill a 2/1, or I could convert it into like a bonus damage now with the prowess trigger. Destroy target non-basic land in opponent's control, searches for a basic, puts it onto the battlefield with a stun cancel. That seems... I mean, I guess it could be worse. It doesn't super sound like an aggro card, but I've certainly heard of worse cards. Yeah, it's probably good enough for constructed. People were playing like the stupid 4/4 flyer at one point, although that was mainly Buzz Crusher, but that was mainly because of Lotus Field, because it actually could hit Lotus Field against all odds. Interesting. It links them, put them to 10, or I could go Challenger and get in for 6. I think getting in for 6 is pretty good. Somewhat hard for them to Zerg me next turn. They'd need untapped black mana, so it'd like pretty much just be Cavern. Okay. Links to play around Baza. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. They don't really play as many Bazas as they used to, but they do still play some. Alright, so we attack and then post-combat links. Did they have it? They do, they're not going for it. Nice. Love a free win. Gotta be one of my favorite things. There's like maybe 100 people in Mythic at the most. Okay. Gonna note the hero. High secret MMR. My Mythic rating was really low last month because I was playing lots of beam decks. So I don't know if that's actually even true. I have so many options this turn, I have no idea. Being able to like trade a Burst Lightning for a Challenger sounds honestly really nice. And then I could like village this hero. I do worry that any play that isn't just running out Nemesis is kind of a scam. Yeah, probably. Okay, they're fishing for a land here. They brick on the land. They die horribly. Monstrous Rage this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Burst Lightning this. Strike face. We have lethal before even doing anything fancy. That's pretty nice. Very easy game. We curved out on the play and had enough lands to cast our spells. Our opponent missed out on a few of those qualifying details. I wonder if Brotherhood's End is good on the draw. I think I'm coming around to the notion that Case is just bad in the mirror. But Brotherhood's End I'm less certain on. We had some games yesterday where it was almost impressive. I could fire a claw in the draw and bring in a Brotherhood's End. Where do I think Case is good? I'm still not entirely convinced by the card, I have to confess. I'm mostly just playing the list I copied to do a vibes check. We've yet to actually solve it a terribly large amount. So make of that what you will. I do worry that the card is secretly bad against Tabi. Because, like, they have the out of Tarbying it in response to the discard beginning of turn trigger. And sure, you get 2 extra cards, but, like, is 2 extra cards going to make up for you taking the turn off to develop the case earlier in the game? Not necessarily convinced. Do I hold open Burst Lightning, or do I play a Claw? I don't want to hold up the Burst. Yeah, inexpensive for the possibility. Does kind of feel that way to me. I mean, I don't know. We have 16 mountains. We have challenges that look for mountains. I agree it's not the least awkward card ever, though. I'm not convinced it's a card I would actually register when I work on this deck a bit myself. But I don't think it's like a wholly unreasonable thing to be playing. It's also a one-of, which, like, does just change the equation a bit, right? I think if you have a one-of with a harsh mana cost, it's like a little bit easier to justify. Generally. Yeah, I probably like Pyro over it instead. I agree. Did have the Rage. I just hold him a strike. It does just strike this Claw, I guess. It honestly doesn't sound unreasonable. They can grow it out of end range anyway, potentially. If my end kills 2 things, I'm probably still happy. See if they Nemesis me. Hey, what do you know? Taking 7? It's kind of a lot. Going to 10. Yeah, if I keep vibing with this deck, which seems eminently likely, I will maybe start tuning it a bit for myself next week. At the moment, I'm just playing the, like, stockish version I found, though. Interesting. So, if I don't kill this hero now, I'm kind of accepting that I'm slightly dead to rage. Maybe that's fine. I think I like Defensive Nemesis, but maybe this is sus. Maybe this is taking too much damage off this Rockface. Like, the Rockface makes this this hero 4 power, and then I'm going to 3 and I'm in strike range for the rest of the game. Oh my god. I mean, I guess I get to kill this with a Nemesis trigger, but it's slightly rough, obviously. Down to 4. Alright, with strike for if they activate Sanctuary and double strike it. Well, they can do this. Yes, I will be striking this. Yeah, we do have a Phyrexian Arena in play. This is certainly true. Whether that's good enough, we'll see. I think I have the Rockface instead of Manifolding. I guess I could cast a single Manifold. Maybe that's better. Play draw difference is so huge. It's like noticeable. I don't think it's completely preposterously large though. If I find land, I can kick Mouse. This is true. I just feel like finding a land is kind of a disaster for us, is the problem. Finding a Monstrous Rage might be kind of a disaster for us. I mean, I can hit them for a lot, and then if they brick for a turn, maybe I get to kill them next turn. So maybe I am just meant to swing. It's like, it's really rough, but I think it might be the lame. The thing is, I die to like basically everything, but yeah, play to outs. It does feel like if we're not killing them in the next 2 or 3 turns, we are losing the game regardless. Which I guess makes this pretty appealing. We get to make this a 2-3, which makes it a slightly better blocker too. Maybe we can win this if they brick for a turn. Like next time we're gonna have a like minimum of 4 power double strike trampler. So they're forced to start blocking. Very uncomfortable right now. Oh my god. Oh my god, we won that game. That's absurd. That's crazy. That is crazy, y'all. The nice little 6-0 today with mono red. You love to see it, honestly. You really do. Damn.